Alright guys, what's up, what's happening, baby? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as you guys can see, Live HD, it's your host with the most, the suburban hippie, Paul Cantu, back at you guys with a brand new redecoration via landscaping video. So today, I am live in my backyard, and just look at this desolate area. Oh my god, it looks horrible. So today, I have 1 hour left of sunshine, but I'm putting as much work as possible to redo this entire thing. Step one, my class, was to remove these boulders. I had no idea what they were doing up against the fence. I found out they were covering some wires of some sort, but they had to go.
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
Once the boulders were out of the way, I cleared out these noxious invasive weeds called Wandering Jew. Bruh, they needed to get out of there, so I was removing them from the hard to reach fence line, so when I planted stuff, it would be perfect. Then I had to get these logs the hell up out of there as well and level off the ground for the sheet mulching. Now, sheet mulching is a time-honored technique that I practice to kill grass and weeds and create new beds. So it's the only chemical-proof, safe way to murder your lawn and replace it with some great vegetation. So all it requires is you laying down a hell of a lot of cardboard and then eventually throwing mulch up on top of that. But for now, let's focus on the cardboard and focus on smashing the like button if you guys enjoy Paul Plant 2 content. Oh yeah. So once I had all the cardboard in place, it was time to plant. So I rolled out this giant pot that I got at an estate sale, and my dog was actively wanting the smoke. I don't know what it was, but he had some problems with the pot.
The people who have a problem with that, they don't understand what getting high is.
So the first plant that I put in that pot was this elephant ear. Now this thing can be invasive in my area, which is Houston, Texas. So I didn't want the bulbs to escape cultivation, so I kept them hoes in a pot. Look at that throw though. Bro, all American. Oh, and look at that full moon. Hey, no judgment if you guys get out some hand moisturizer right now, all right? Go ahead and get it in, you feel me? All right, so the next plant that I'm throwing in the ground is a canna lily. Better yet, it's like 14 of these things. So someone threw them out in my friend's neighborhood. He hit me up. They posted on Facebook. I grabbed all of these for free, and then I just started digging holes in the ground with the pickaxe like an old-timey gold miner, and I started throwing these daddies in the ground. Now, canna lilies are native to South America, Central America, and Mexico. So they're relatively from this region. Not quite, but they close enough. So I threw these daddies in the ground, and they're gonna bloom with beautiful red and yellow flowers, looking like condiments, and that's what I need in my backyard garden. Alright guys, so we have all the plants arranged. I'm gonna throw in a fatsa japonica, like this dope little Japanese shrub. So we're gonna put it in for now. I just have some plants left over that I bought before I wanted to go full native plant, and I figured I'd put them in the ground. They're not invasive, so it should be good. We just want to try and preserve the environment to the best of our ability and have it looking lit, so let's get it. Oh yeah, drink that up, guys, drink that up. So the next plant we're gonna add is gonna be a bird of paradise, and this guy has really gone through it. I've completely abused him, left him in the pot way too long. It's time we let this giant take off against the fence line to have the smaller shrubs just pop in the front. Let's get him in there. All right, dude, to tell y'all the honest truth, I have no idea if this bedraggled looking piece of dried spaghetti of a bird of paradise will survive, but fingers crossed it does, man. Oh man, even slow motion doesn't make this plant look good. All right, moving on. The next plant I threw in the ground was this cordyline. So it has red burgundy foliage. It looks really cool. I had it lying around, so I put that dude in the ground, and I love that shit. All right, guys, I'm really excited about this next plant. Finally, a native species, the American beautyberry. Absolutely scrumdiddlyumptious. This bad boy is deciduous, so it will lose its leaves in the winter, but it just percolates with hot pink berries, flowers. Birds love eating them, insects love pollinating the flowers, and overall I'm really excited to put this bad boy in the ground, so let's do it. last and not least today, we're throwing in this Akuba Ictorata. Let's go. Look at that foliage too. Nice little yellow splashes. All right, dudes, last and not least, I had to water all the plants into the ground. Never skip this step, kids. You heard me? All right, guys, what up? So, it is yet another day, and in hand, we have some more plants to put in the ground. And now, I want this area to be tropical looking, and obviously to bear some fruit as well. So, in hand, I have a little baby banana. So, this is called a double banana or a Musa acuminata. Lovely. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this little dude in the ground right next to the compost bin, because I think that the compost will not only feed this dude through a little bit of seepage action, but also it'll keep it warm in the winter, and it'll just look really good to have a big banana plant just growing in this corner. I mean, like, just imagine. See, when it's full grown, it actually will look like this, theoretically. So let's get it in there. All right, so next up I'm gonna throw in this Haas avocado. Now, this area gets decently good sunlight at certain moments, and I think avocados can perform as like an understory canopy tree. So let's put this fat daddy up in the ground. All right, guys, pro tip: when you plant a tree, make sure the root ball is a little bit above the soil surface. That way it can drain. Wow, this tree looks insane. All right, guys, so the next plant we're throwing in the ground is a cranberry hibiscus. Now, this dude is beautiful and red, and also you can eat the leaves, eat the flowers, and overall just devour this beautimous plant. Now, as this cranberry hibiscus is going in the ground, I just want to thank all you guys for watching this video. Number one, it's a little bit of a deviation from my typical content, but I do feel like it's important for us to have some more self-reliance in this day and age, not be so dependent on the grid, and to get back in touch with nature, because that's where we come from. So shout out to all you guys for being a part of this, man. Oh yeah, look at that cranberry hibiscus. Okay, guys, so now it's time to cover up this hideous cardboard, and I found bags of mulch that someone just threw out in my neighborhood on the street, so Lord knows I took advantage of that, and I'm using this mulch to add nutrition to the soil. So as it rains, as time goes on, this mulch will break down and feed all the microorganisms in the soil, feed the worms, and overall fertilize these plants. So I just added bags and bags until all the cardboard was completely covered. Okay, so I guess this is like bonus footage, but I found a bunch of bags of like leaves and banana plants and shit that I shredded up, and I put all right here with the mulch that I also found in the trash. But in one of those bags were a bunch of these vinca plants, and they're in really bad condition obviously right now. They've been in trash bags for like 2 days, but I'm gonna plant all of these in this random spot right here and just see what happens, because bruh, they're free plants, and if anything they'll just die, and all of this soil they came in will fertilize this pretty barren bed. So let's do that. Alright guys, so the last step in the backyard garden was to build the wood that surrounds the beds, and I used some cedar fence planks. They take up to 15 years to break down in the wild, so that is why I chose these little cedar fence planks, and they're very, very cheap. Now I nailed in some stakes that I got as well, just to make sure that they could secure themselves in the ground. I put them outside, whipped out the mallet, whipped out the water hose to loosen the soil and make sure that I could get all up in there nice and deep like, and then I just started smacking away on these cedar planks, and I also added some cardboard in the bottom just to ensure that no weeds or grass crept through the cracks. And yeah dude, that was pretty much all there was to it. This last little plank had a hole to go over a tree root, and here is the finished product, my guys. Hopefully y'all did enjoy this transformation stage 1. And whoa boy howdy, there it is, man. Hopefully you guys did enjoy today's video. Again, this is only the beginning, so it might not look like much, but this is all the preparatory process that needs to take place in the backyard, so when springtime comes, I can fully go ham and plant everything up in this earth. So yeah, how to create the beds, how to give the soil some nutrition for the months through winter. That way, by the time I put the plants in the ground in the spring, oh man, they're just gonna suck up those nutrients. Anyways, hopefully y'all did enjoy. Please smash the like button if you did. It definitely does help me out and it encourages me to keep making these videos. It's Paul Plant 2 with my backyard makeover. I guess part 2, even though this is part 1. If you guys haven't seen the Food Forest video, check it out. Check out the whole Plant 2 playlist. All of that will be linked in the video description. Live the dream, eat that ice cream. Until next time, it's your host with the most signing out. Peace and love. I'll catch y'all soon.
Songs, leaving a bloody life I roost to. And I'm in it to win it, so I'm somebody that you should get used to.